I was once on the Canadian national gymnastics team.
Wow.
And I was on the team for 5 years. And all of those years, I was the only young black girl on that team. And since then, there have been no other black girls on the Canadian team.
Wow.
The Fulltime Bosscast.
To the Fulltime Bosscast.
Navigating the journey from a 9-to-5 to full-time entrepreneurship with your hosts, Ryan the Boss and Lady Shay. Presented by Morningstar Printing, where we print pretty much everything.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Fulltime Bosscast. I am your host, Ryan the Boss. I am here with Lady Shay.
What's up?
How you doing, Lady Shay?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am great. I was just telling you off camera that, you got that Mary J. Blige vibe, that real love.
Not mad at Mary. I love Mary.
What's the 411?
Yep, we good.
I was your lover and your secretary.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
We
no?
going there. Don't.
No?
I mean, Sad Mary's.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Say
All right.
that, but,
All right,
we
cool.
love
All right.
Sad Mary.
Let's Mary. All right. Just
love
big up.
Mary.
Shout out to Mary.
Well, I love
How old are you now, Mary? Like she old now. She's still doing her thing though.
Auntie.
She's Auntie Mary.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking too much about Mary. We're here about the bosses today.
Yes.
So we are here at the Photo Video Spot Studio. The Fulltime Bosscast is sponsored by Morningstar Printing, where we print pretty much everything. And we are here. We are happy. We have our guest here who's just hearing me and Shay just go back and forth talking foolishness right now. Her name is Brittany. How you doing, Brittany?
I'm great. Thank you.
That is good. That is good. Okay.
I'm happy to be here.
And we are happy to have you.
We are.
We are happy to have you. Definitely, definitely. Always great to have a fellow boss in. Bosses talking to bosses, two bosses about boss life, right? I'm on a roll today, yo.
Oh my God.
I'm on a roll. Anyways, I want you as usual. It's tradition when our guests come to tell the people what they do. So I don't really do the big introduction in your elevator pitch, right?
Oh,
so
man.
no, sorry.
I was expecting that. I was going to sit back and let you do all the talking
Not happening,
today.
yo. Not happening. Not happening. Not with me. Anybody got time for that? But actually, we do. I'm lying. But if you can please look at the nation, our hundreds of viewers, and just tell them what you do.
My name is Brittany Habib. I am a creative artist and an entrepreneur, and I'm the co-founder of Girl Powered, which is a gymnastics and dance program really meant to build the self-esteem and the self-love for young black girls.
Okay, cool. So with what you do, which is pretty cool, what motivated you to get into this line of business?
Right. Well, I was once on the Canadian national gymnastics team.
Wow.
And I was on the team for 5 years. And all of those years, I was the only young black girl on that team. And since then, there have been no other black girls on the Canadian team.
Wow.
And this has been years.
Shame,
Wow.
Canada.
Decades.
Wow,
and
decades.
and no black girls on the team, and we're so talented.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. And the amount of racism, discrimination, injustices that I had to endure for my entire career in gymnastics. I started at 19 months old. So
Wait, hold on. You started gymnastics at 19. That's what, a
Gymnastics.
year and what?
year and a half.
7 months?
Yeah, close to.
Yeah, under
close to
2.
Exactly.
Yeah, 19 months.
Right.
What do they do with a 19-month-old?
Well, there's something called parent and taught.
Okay.
So your parents can go with you when you
Okay.
walk on the beam and you hold the little
Yeah.
bars.
Wow.
And so,
So you've been doing it. Wow.
yeah, it's my life.
That's-
It's been my life.
Yeah.
And I understood that I was different from a young age.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was different. I didn't understand racism or discrimination. But as I started getting older and representing my country on an elite level, one quick example is top 10 athletes got to try out for the Olympics. Brittany Habib comes 10th. They name that team, pull me to the side and say, we understand that you came 10th. We're going to take number 11. You don't get to try out for this team.
You're joking.
100%.
Canada.
Reason?
Trudeau. Do something.
You got too good too fast. We weren't looking at you. You don't have enough experience. We're going to take number 11.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. And throughout all this, so throughout, since you said 19 months.
Yes.
And throughout that whole time, you never saw any other girls that look like you? Like
Younger, you'll see one or two teammates. But then as you get higher in level, it costs more money.
Yeah.
And so the higher you are, the more money you need.
Right,
because in Canada, they don't sponsor you.
Yeah.
So it's a very expensive sport. Yeah. When I'm traveling, I've traveled to over 9 countries representing Canada. And my parents have to pay for me, the coach, the
coach too?
Absolutely.
Coach, come on, coach.
It's Canada.
Yo, ticket, coach. Anyway. So now with that being said, how did that lead into, so you just use that as a catalyst for your business. Now, how did that tie in?
Change needed to happen. Everything that I went through, I wasn't going to allow that to happen to the next generation.
Right.
So I needed to step up. I needed to do something different.
Yeah.
Everything that I didn't have, I wanted to give back to these girls. So being in an environment that is Black focused, young girls with all different shades of beautiful brown skin, embracing your curly hair and that afro, that's something I never had. I never embraced my Blackness. I didn't even really know I was Black. I always had to wear that pin straight hair in that bun. That's not even fully me.
Wow.
There's no way I could have been my best potential when I was suppressing the biggest part of me.
Yeah.
And so to be in an environment where these young girls get to look up to mentors and to see their teammates with their same body shape. My body is not that typical gymnastics body, right? I'm much taller than your average athlete. My breasts are much bigger than an average athlete. So it was always uncomfortable being in a gym or in a space where nobody looked like me. So it was really important for me to create that space for these young girls.
And then hence girl powered.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So,
Ooh, it sounded like a movie there.
That, I have a question.
Yes.
Because I know you were training at an elite level.
Right.
And you mentioned that, sorry, my voice is a little hoarse.
It's okay.
Apologies, but you mentioned that Black and brown children maybe are sort of like excluded because of the costs and things like that, or that might have been, one reason.
Yes.
Are you in your organization trying to penetrate the elite level, or is it, what is your plan, or what's your vision for that?
That's such a great question, because prior to Girl Powered, I was a competitive gymnastics coach for about 8 years.
Okay.
Provincial and national level athletes. I love coaching gymnastics. I love coaching high level gymnastics. So ultimately, I'd love to have a team of elite Black gymnasts. Yeah.
So with that being said, obviously starting something like this, it's a big undertaking, right?
Yes,
it's something that probably hasn't been done prior to what you're doing. Was there any type of obstacles in the process of starting this business? I don't know if you want to speak on any obstacles, any challenges that you had to overcome to be able to operate full time?
Sure. Well, to be clear, we are the only Black gymnastics program in all of Canada.
Wow.
Not just Toronto, not just Ontario. So there's a lot. It wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't easy, just walking into spaces and having Caucasian people say, well, what about the white girls? There was a lot to overcome with that. There was a driving force, and nothing was going to stop that for me. I don't know how much detail you want me to share.
I mean,
I don't really know. There's a lot that I can say. So
whatever challenge, like as far as starting up the business. So, if that was, you're saying, I guess the inclusivity of it, or exclusive, is it exclusive, right? Because it's exclusive. The exclusivity of it could have been because you mentioned non-Black or brown people asking what about what about us, right? And even with getting into certain, do you guys do tournaments? Do you guys are any competitions? Is there stuff like that as well too?
Not yet. Right now, it's just about becoming your best self. We do showcases. So at the end of every year, they'll do a dance showcase, show some gymnastics that they've learned. I'd love to get to a point where we can do competitions. But it's a tough struggle, and that's a struggle within itself because every single gym that I know of is white owned. Every judge across Canada, they're white. So that's the struggle for me. Do I want them to be competitive in Canada? Absolutely. But then now that's going into that system. And I've created a space to have them love their bodies and how they look. And a white judge is not going to be able to judge a black body the way that they can judge a Caucasian body, because gymnastics is about aesthetics.
Yeah.
It's the way you look, it's the way you stand, it's the way that your body moves a certain way. Black girls move different.
Right.
We look different, and that's not a bad thing.
So it's just weird that there's no black, only because like you look at the States, which is such
Absolutely.
a gymnastic powerhouse.
Yes.
And look, you have what's that one? Simone
Biles,
Gabrielle,
Gabby Douglas.
From back in the day, my ex-girlfriend Dominique Dawes.
There you go.
You know, Dominique, you don't call, you never return my calls.
Right.
Or my
She's
emails.
married, she has kids.
Or my texts. Or my written letters. No. But
So
but yeah, no, like I'm just saying there's such a history, and we're right north of the border, and we have none.
That's right.
and it's funny because you don't know what you don't know. Like I would have never.
That's crazy. I've never thought about it.
that there was no black or brown gymnasts, like elite gymnasts, representing Canada, because we watch the Olympics and we generally just root for black.
But
people.
Canada's never really in the top anyway.
they're
right?
not.
In the gym. They're not.
Canada,
So,
you get
I
some
mean,
black
we're
girls up in there, man.
looking-
You get a medal.
I mean, it's very interesting you guys say that, because I got a full scholarship to Nebraska. And in the United States right now, almost every single team is black girls because we're the best.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say that.
Yeah.
We're phenomenal. Every single flow routine and beam routine and bar routine that we're seeing right now, they're black girls. They're black girls
And
getting
then you got the
tens.
Russians, but they use like.
In the NCAAs is black people.
Right. Oh no! I was on worldwide. Sorry.
Okay. No. Within the NCAAs,
Yeah.
it's black people who's killing it right now.
Yeah.
So where's the disconnect?
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Well, you're starting that catalyst, so hopefully, as you said, it's a process.
It's a process.
You got to be dedicated. You seem like you're in this for the long haul.
It is.
Which
This
is
is a
how long have you been
forever
doing this for?
I started in 2015.
Oh, wow.
So we're going on 7 years now.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it's funny. You see, it just shows how far behind we are, because you're talking. The way you're talking is like you're just still getting started.
I know.
And you're 7 years deep.
Right.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So now, was there any now just on the business side of it though? Was there any self-doubts or any fears that kind of hindered you in order to make this transition, like into full-time? Into doing this full time, especially coming, and I didn't ask, but I'm assuming you had a job prior.
I did.
Right?
Was
So-
it in the same?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I
So
had a
just
9
making
to
that,
5.
Okay.
So making that transition. Can you speak about that a little bit?
Sure. I mean, it was terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I took this 9 to 5, and it's consistent money. Every 2
Yeah.
weeks, you're getting
Mm-hmm.
paid, and things feel good. And I took the job thinking, you know what? 3 months, 6 months, that turns into a year, 2 years, 3 years later, I'm still there. So it was very hard to jump out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I knew that I needed to do more. For me, there was so much more that I needed to conquer and put more effort into, and that full-time job was not allowing me to give my all to everything else, all of my creative flows that I was having.
Yeah. So on the financial aspect though, how did you, so just for, because there are some people who are trying to make that transition,
Yeah.
even financially
I
though,
know.
how did you kind of bide your time money-wise? How were the bills paid? How were, stuff done, transportation, while making this transition?
Oh my goodness, you know what? I trusted in my purpose. And I know that sounds crazy, but when you believe in something and when you know you're on the right path, things come into fruition. So I was terrified and I was scared, but when I made that ultimate, I'm not doing it anymore,
Yeah.
I got called in to do a movie.
Wow.
Like a movie where I was my own stunt double and I was speaking. I'm in a feature film.
Like Jackie Chan, yo.
Like, that's crazy.
He does his own stuff.
Can you plug the film? What?
It's called Chalk It Up.
Okay.
It's a gymnastics movie.
Oh, I thought it was like chalk. Like I thought he was on the streets. I thought
Oh,
you chalk.
I get it.
Yeah,
No, like
Maybe.
chalk like on
Yeah,
the
chalk
grips.
like chalk, literally. Like,
Yes.
oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. So opportunities started flowing my way once I
Okay.
actually made that jump. And they just kept coming little by little.
Amen. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So now, so I guess, sorry, I coughed right in the mic,
It's
but
okay.
So I'm assuming now, once these, you had to like kind of plan this out, like when you start getting your opportunities, you have to budget properly and, just keep on your mission, keep on your focus and all that stuff. So financially, it wasn't as big a deal for you. You were still like, you were able to buy your stuff while you were getting into
You know what?
this?
I was able. I mean, I'm really trying to think back on it, and I don't feel like there was much of a struggle.
No, that's good. I mean, hey, no,
Yeah,
listen.
no, that's
Sometimes we talk to some people and they're like, yeah, this, I had to do this and then this. And
Yeah,
then
I don't-
some people are just like, yo, listen, I did this. And then once this happened, this happened. Once this happened, this happened. And that's what sometimes I tell people. And I've spoken to Cheryl and even Brian or whoever, the team on the ones. And I'm like, sometimes you just have to make that jump.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
You just have to make the jump,
And
right?
I just needed to make that jump because once I made that jump, it opened the door for
because you
so
know what you're
many other
capable
things.
of.
Yeah.
You know what you're capable of.
Well,
Right? So,
I feel like it allowed me to know more of my capability. I was able to dive in deeper.
Right. So now, with that being said, is this the only thing you do as far as the girl powered for business wise? Is there other things that you
Right.
want to speak on?
Sure.
Because you said at the beginning you're an entrepreneur.
More and creative artist.
And a creative artiste. we on your Instagram you do a lot of dancing, you do your
Sure.
stuff, you show art, you
Yes.
do a lot of cultural dances as well too. Let me stop. I'm being your manager right now, but go.
No,
carry
it's
on.
okay. Well, yes, I am a professional dancer, and my dance style is African contemporary. So I do that full time as well.
Okay.
So I'm dancing, I'm in productions, I'm creating my own production.
So you get paid to do the African dancing?
Absolutely.
What?
Yes.
I got moves too, Maybe I should. No, I can't. I'll break my hip. Carry on. So.
Oh my gosh.
But no, that's pretty. So yeah. So so you're getting money more than one way right now.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm just using all of my talents and following my passion. So I love dancing. Movement is important. Being a gymnast, I'm constantly stretching and doing deep breathing. So now that's become a practice. So I teach deep breathing and stretching classes. I do adult gymnastics classes. I teach dance classes to all ages. So there's Brittany Habib as, what's the word?
Entrepreneur? No?
I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I said it was
As an entity.
entity. Okay.
There's Brittany Habib, there's Girl Powered. So
Okay.
there's two different sides of things that
Right.
are really
Okay.
growing.
Got it. So, you talked about, girl powered, you mentioned a production, and you mentioned how you got into girl powered, but how did you get into doing a production? Like, do you have a personal story around how that came about? Because that's also kind of different from, the gymnastics side of your entity.
Right.
So how did you come into, do you have a story about how you came into a production?
Yeah. Interestingly enough, I was a producer for 8 years. So I've produced so many other directors' stories and brought together a lot of performances. And I thought, you know what? I'm ready to bring mine to life. I'm taking this leap of faith.
Okay.
I have these ideas. I want to share my story. And so this production is a dance production that's actually very personal to me because it's going through my life, a lot of the traumas that I've gone through, and it's going to tell that story through dance. Okay. I feel growing up, I suppressed so much of me. And with that, I didn't know who I was. I didn't understand my blackness. I didn't have a voice. I just didn't have any idea who exactly I was. And so this production is going deep, it's diving deep and dirty, and it's going to, it will be. It's going to be uncomfortable, and I want that.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of Black people are ashamed to tell their story. We talk about mental abuse, and it's like, she's crazy, but that's who we are. It's a part of us.
Drink some tea.
Right? Just do something.
Drink some tea.
But
You feel better.
Or rum.
You're rum. You're just rum. Mm-hmm.
it's important for us to embrace the not so pretty because
Yeah.
that's who makes us who we are.
Yeah.
And so the production essentially will have 6 different pieces to it. It will go through racism, discrimination, mental abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, not having a voice. And then that final section will be joy. How did you find yourself? How did you find that voice?
So is this
And
like a talking? Sorry, I know.
No, it's okay.
Is it a dance thing or is it more of like a
dance?
talking?
Everything
dance.
will be shown through dance and all original music. So everything that I've gone through, all of those different types of abuse, a song is going to be representing that. And then I'm going to create movement to that. Okay. And I'm going to have dancers with me. Mm-hmm. So it's all original. I'm really excited.
So on top of teaching these kids how to, do gymnastics, you're also a producer.
Yes.
And you're doing the most. So my next question is, when do you sleep?
I find a lot of time to sleep.
I mean,
I actually slept on my way here.
If every minute has a purpose, then you find a way to. I guess you seem very. I don't know, my energy. Sure. The energy is very grounded, and you said you do deep breathing and stretching. And I
mean,
know that's
I'm holding a stone.
You're holding a stone.
So that is who I am.
Didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, I'm holding a stone.
What's a stone for?
So this is amethyst. And it represents love and calmness. And
so if I hold a stone, I'll calm down?
I mean, if you're spiritual, it might work.
So if I'm not spiritual, it won't work?
I don't know.
The stone will be like, we don't work.
Right?
We can't work with you.
I believe it's what you believe in.
Yeah.
Right? So, I definitely am very grounded. And it's not for everyone to touch, Ryan.
So if I touch your stone and give it back to you, it's not going to work no more?
I don't know. I don't know if your energy is ready for it right now.
I got energy. God, Jesus. Amen.
He said he got Jesus. Okay.
Oh, gracious.
We're going to wrap up. Thank you. No, definitely.
Okay.
Like, I mean, there's something,
up.
yeah.
Before we wrap up.
Hold on. Before you say what you got, we forgot something,
What?
Lady Shay. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow.
We did forget that.
It helps the algorithm. We're sorry we forgot you. Okay? Don't leave us.
We care about you, algorithm.
We care about you, algorithm. So please, be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Sorry, our conversation with Brittany got really deep, so we were all over. We're just so intrigued. We forgot to ask for your support. And thank you for your continuous support. Cheryl, I'm gonna throw it back to you.
Yes. So we talked a lot about a lot of things. I, really appreciate your candidness. Mm-hmm. What advice do you have for anybody who is looking to transition from a 9-to-5 into a full-time boss life? Like, what kind of advice can you give the people?
Follow your heart. Don't do it for the money. A lot of people dive into things because it's like, I'm going to make money doing it. If you're doing it for the money, you're probably going to make none. Mm-hmm. Follow your heart, follow your passion, and trust yourself. Like, go deep within and just listen to yourself. It will guide you. Okay. You know your answers. Yeah. You have to trust yourself.
Wow, that was deep. I think she was listening to herself while she was staying at. That was
I feel that.
That was cool.
Intuition is for real.
That's right.
Thank you, Brittany. Thank you so much for your time, for your candidness, and just for your overall, just for all your advice and everything. We are definitely going to put, all the, your handles and everything under the video when we share it. People know to follow you. Please follow her, see what she's up to. She does courses. She's actually going to give people free courses for, listening to the podcast. So, anybody who wants a free course, just tell them you listen to the podcast. Don't worry. You ain't going to get them.
I don't know about that.
You probably get about 4.
We could do a reduced rate.
A reduced rate? Okay. Well, we'll do something. No, definitely. We'll set something up. Yeah. A Bosscast exclusive. But thank you very much again, Brittany, and all the best in all you do. And hopefully we will get a black person on the Canadian gymnast team. Right? Y'all got to do better, Canada. Trudeau, I'm going to come talk to you, okay? Our next lunch.
Anything to do with
no?
that.
Trudeau will make it happen, yo.
No.
Bring my truck up there. No?
Okay, we're going to stop.
Anyways, guys, thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and
see you later.
We have to do this.
Like, follow, subscribe, comment, please. No. We're doing this again. Have a great day, guys. Love you. Bye.